Hey Astra Kids, and welcome back. And in today's video, we'll be talking about the moon in the 5th house. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. So before we start, you first want to understand what sign is your moon positioned in. This will have a huge impact on how the moon will function in your chart. You also want to see, is the moon placed with any planets or receiving aspects from planets? These will have an influence over the moon as it is a highly adaptable planet. The most important moment, though, is during a moon Mahadasha. So if you have not seen my video on the moon Mahadasha Bhuktis, I will leave a link for that above and down below in the description. So what does the moon represent? The moon is the signifactor of your mind. It represents your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions to your environment. It is all about how you adapt and interact with the environment around you. The moon is a signifactor over your emotional nature, how calm you are, how balanced you are in your emotions. The moon also is a signifactor of nourishment, security, comfort. It is all about our sense of belonging and nourishment, which starts with the mother. So the moon also is a signifactor of our relationship with our mother, with our home, with our homeland, with our family. This is the planet that is all about our sense of memory, of connection to our past, to our country of origin. This is also a planet that deals with health, beauty, and longevity. So what does the 5th house represent? The 5th house is signifying your past life deeds coming back to you. So this is all about the good fortune coming from your past actions. It is the house that is dealing with the knowledge that you have accumulated in your past life experience. It is also a house of knowledge in general. It is all about learning, education, all about mantras, scriptures, all sorts of knowledge that you are acquiring is coming through this 5th house. So this also becomes the house of your education. The 5th house is also a house of creativity, of self-expression, of anything in the arts, performance, entertainment is seen through the 5th house. The 5th house is also a house of romance, dating, speculation, recreation. This is a house of risk-taking. All sorts of gambling and speculative activity is seen through the 5th house. This is also a house of teaching of children and again of your education. So what happens then when the moon comes into the 5th house? Well, this is going to make you highly creative. This definitely is going to give an inclination towards the arts, towards expressing yourself through some creative medium. This definitely can put you in the spotlight. This can be a great position for the entertainment industry, for anything where you are getting into music, singing, dance, drama, anything where you are interacting with the public in general, because the moon is aspecting directly onto the 11th house as well, which is connecting with the masses, the larger groups of people. So this can be a great position of fame, of popularity, if it is placed well in the chart. Either way, the moon in the 5th house gives you a strong inclination towards the social life. You seek a great deal of happiness and security through your friends and connections. Moon in the 5th house also can give you a childlike nature, not childish, but you have a sense of fun and spontaneity at heart. You're someone who likes to have fun, to enjoy yourself, and you have a lot of curiosity. You love to learn with this position. This can make you someone who is inclined towards education, towards all sorts of pursuits in learning and gaining information. And this childlike nature can also give you a great connection with children as well. You gain a lot of happiness through your relationship with children and can even work in professions that are dealing with children as well, such as teaching. Definitely with the moon in the 5th house, this makes you a highly emotional person. And people may not always pick up on this right away, but you're someone who's very sensitive, very much emotional at heart. And sometimes in certain positions in the chart, this can make you very sensitive. There can be a lot of emotional difficulties that are experienced in life. Definitely with the moon in the 5th house, there is a desire to find security in life, to find a sense of comfort and nourishment. This becomes very important to you. But if the moon is negatively afflicted in the chart, then this can make you a big risk taker as well. You're someone who likes to get into gambling, speculation, all sorts of risky ventures. But you want to be careful depending upon how the moon is placed here, along with the lord of this house. This can get you into situations of losses sometimes as well. As the moon is aspecting onto the 11th house, this can get you involved in larger groups, organizations, all sorts of situations of service to humanity. You can be very much interested in serving a higher cause, a higher purpose. This could even get you involved into politics as well. The moon in some positions of the chart with this fifth house can also help to increase your gains as well, especially after marriage. Because if we take the moon itself and turn it into a chart on its own, this is called Chandra Lagna, the moon chart in Vedic astrology, then the 11th house itself will become the 7th house of your chart, which is all about your marriage, your partnership. So after marriage, you can see great increase in your gains as well. Sometimes this can attract you to a partner who's very well off, who's very connected in their social sphere, someone who is able to bring in resources. But this is definitely an excellent position for relationships. You can gain a lot of support and guidance through your partner. The mother can also be highly creative and talented with this position as well. The mother could have raised you in a very creative way or was someone who always gave you a sense of inspiration and ideas that helped generate your creative mindset as well. This definitely is an excellent position if it is placed well in the chart. Again, if it is in a difficult position, this can bring situations of stress, anxiety, depression, all sorts of emotional difficulties that oftentimes is brought on by your social network as well. So you want to be very careful in this area. But for the most part, this can bring you fame, popularity, wealth. This becomes a great position.